Don't wanna end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Gotham. I don't know what that word means, but I encountered it in a book by a great man, Frank Herbert. And that describes this whole scene, in fact. And the contours of your skull. I'm not impressed. You'll all be remade in my image. All of you. Okay. Well, they took down the look sign. Now if somebody crashes, they'll just think I'm making fun of them. You know, anybody caught using a microwave emitter against somebody without their knowledge or consent should be charged with the crime of black magic. Black magic manipulation, that's what we'll call it. And sentencing shall include stoning with hematite in a public square in the heart of the city. I got in here and my heart began to hurt. It is a trick truck after all. And the collective immune system's been activated. You know, I walked out of that coffee shop and all these sirens and the fucking what was it? 3 or 4 different chopper passes directly overhead, and police cars speeding by. Just like when I came here, you know, that was going on for the first few days. What were they doing? Heading people off at the pass? You know, was it a deterrence measure? Are they protecting me? Is that it? I don't know. What did I want to talk about? Oh, is that a trick candle? Is it? Oh my God! There's an explosive in the. No, no, it's a regular candle, paraffin candle. Hmm. It's a petroleum derivative candle, I believe. Yep. And this truck, you know, it's a cannibal car. Doesn't run on Brown's gas or anything. You know, you can't just go to can't just find a little source of water and refill the tank every year or so. Oh boy. Its motive power is not provided by a Well, a magnet motor, there are magnet motors. People have made them already, but I had a vision of a more sophisticated one, with spiral grooves and these stepped up uh, sort of terraces. And underneath there's like this music box keying thing that like increased the repulsion. You know, it basically was like it's almost like a muscle or something. You know. Now with that, you could do anything. You could build anything, and with those, I mean, you could create heaven on earth. But whatever. I like this cannibal truck. And a good man, why a good man, he can, if he's disciplined, why he can make a living with such a truck. And how dare I put it down? How dare I put it down? Yes, if something should happen, you know, this thing's not going to last long. Yeah, it's not going to last long. Oh boy, what a joke. Yes, I wonder what the moon is doing right now. Wonder what the moon's doing. Yeah, I used to be real piney. I would dote and on an image or an idea, a person, you know. But think about it. About it, yeah, about it. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to preserve myself from ultimate destruction. It's pathetic. Yeah, it's pathetic. And there's a whole range of people out there who who would add this to this, who would counter this fuel for this fire that says that I'm better off dead. And this is what they've been saying for the longest time, man. The longest time. They'll say, "Oh, why can't he die with dignity? Like death is a dignified thing." It's hilarious what these people will have to learn. It's so hilarious. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the only thing that I take comfort in is the fact that all will be revealed as in the process of dying. For these people, for myself, it'll all be revealed. And this has been studied. It's a fact. We know what the the alignments of the neurotransmitters in your mind, and right, you do know everything. You will know everything that will happen as a result of all your actions, extending on into the future. Just be this lovely dream or completely terrible nightmare. You pick. You pick. Yeah, we got a long ways to go, so I guess it'll be a mix of the two. We're far from heaven. You know. Yep. But you people don't even believe in karma. It's amazing, amazing to me. You know, just long term, long chain cause and effect. That's all it is. Do you think you can get away with treating people? You think you can get away with hurting people? You think something good is being accomplished by harming somebody? You know, and you've lost the capacity to talk to somebody. And nowadays, instead of inviting somebody to dinner, you know, you talk their ear off all night as they sleep. You berate them. You give them long, stupid lectures. You just, or you just harass them with this fake lecture. It's nothing but nonsense. You're just trying to derange their brain. You know, trying to reduce their IQ. That's what you do nowadays. And you cook them. You cook them, and they wake up and they feel all scorched and scoriated, and they wonder if they'll ever be the same. It's amazing. I mean, there's no limit to this stuff. No limit at all. Yes, yes. This morning, I woke up here, and then I closed my eyes, and I had this little vision. This girl I've never met. Evidently, I had my hand on her stomach. You know, and she got up and she walked away. She did not extract my hand from her stomach, but she uh, she got up and walked away in disapproval, and she doesn't care about me anymore. You know, because yeah, demonstrating weakness, that's fatal. That's fatal. You know, yeah. This is all so dangerous, isn't it? Yeah, you people. Yeah, we could live in such a different world, such a better world. Yeah, it's the lower classes who are the worst. They. Oh my gosh, they have these dark subtleties. I used to know, like I used to be able to reconstruct, reverse engineer the things that they would do, the things that they did to me. I used to be able to, but all these nerve toxins and all that. I mean, my mind is half as functional as it once was, and I previsioned all this stuff anyway. So, but somebody had I been able to dictate all that to somebody and just record it, you know, back when I was a kid, oh my gosh, I'd be the richest man in the world. I'd be the richest man in the world. Isn't that funny? So really, I mean, this is really the most monstrous stuff, you know. But it's true. It's true. I'm just trying to warn you. You know, warn you about the genuine rape culture. That does exist. But it's really too unpleasant now, isn't it? So the game is that they're having the lower classes kill each other off, you know, mainly. It's fourth generation warfare. And it's all just based on, your perception, your programming. Most of which is just, there's not a whole lot of basis in fact for it. This image, it's not how I see myself. It's not at all how I see myself. I'm a wilting violet. Oh boy. Most of the time. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, you people. No, people can't be dynamic. They always got to strive to be one thing. They can't have different facets to themselves. You can only know one language. Learning two, oh, it creates all these terrible conflicts. You know, suddenly you can't do math anymore, or something. Just cut out a lot of this. So, you know, I guess they're programming. It's funny. Some of these people involved in this shit, these psyops, involved in this deception and brainwashing and so on. Oh, they think of themselves as Christian. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious. I don't know. Anyway, so often, I mean, I'm coming across these men and women in an embrace, and they're kissing, It happens so frequently. You know. Yesterday, I saw from a distance. I saw these two kids, early 20s. It's cutie and it's pretty handsome young man, and they were on the grass, and it was just really sweet. It was really sweet. Yeah, yeah. Why can't I have that? So these people are trying to save me. Anybody I've named, anybody anybody would be I you know I used to pine away, I used to pine away and wait for the day where Miss Perfect would show up, you know. And it's not that she never did. She did many times in different forms. She did many times in different forms. Show up, you know. But yeah, the thing is, the average person cannot understand what happened to me. It's perplexing that it just doesn't take, you know. It's perplexing that I have a hard time, making an approach, and I feel like a monster that's creeping up, you know, and yeah, I feel like anyway. Feel like I'm a rapist or something. So, okay. So that's the character, maybe they'd like me to play, you know. I can be made an example of. You see. And one night, and one night, and one night, I've told this story before. One night, I saw a girl, indisposed. She was she was a bit drunk. I don't know what this was the result of celestial influence, programming. I don't know. Combination of, those factors and more, you know. Oh, yes, well, it certainly would be possible to rape her. It would be. And I begin to follow along. Begin to follow along. And this is so funny, isn't it? And then I said, I came to my senses. I said, what am I doing? Oh man, they did this to me. This is what they've done to me. That I would experience this, thinking that might be acceptable to me to do. you know. Yeah. So, I mean, people are given to different moods and different moods, especially if they're out, just there are times, I don't know. I'm gonna I don't know if I'm gonna wake up again. Don't know if I'm gonna wake up again. I hope at least people will study this, intelligent people, and they'll be able to interpret it, you know. Not just people caught up in the little limited little field of psychological study. Those people are stupid. Those people are too compartmentalized. They're part of a weaponized culture. This society is a whole lot more complicated than they know. You got to be a multidisciplinarian type of scholar, scientist. Hmm. Well, really tired. I got stepped in here, and I'm really tired. Hey, truck behind me maybe what brighting me or whatever they call it, like this other car did last night. Oh, no, pulling away, pulling away. Yeah, it gets real creepy. Gets real creepy. All this shit. And you keep thinking they're gonna go old school, but they don't. They do like to use all these poisons and stuff. Yeah. Boy, yeah, binary. Most of them are binary, and so it's untraceable, and they could just do it, on a large scale in a product, right, and have the rest of the consumers not be affected. Yeah, I knew they were going to do that a long, long time ago. You gotta vary the brands you buy and all this. You don't shop at the same store. Yeah, you rotate. You go different places. I should get one of those dies that have all those different sides. You know, do a little probability, little exercises. In making my choices. Or whatever. Um, really tired. The moment I sat down in here, I don't know. This is it's hard to know that this is my life's work, you know. It's hard to know that. And it's likely my book will never be published. My books will never be published. They're nearly in finished state, you know. Yeah. Let's see, what would I get out of being transgender anyway? Just a different perspective, you know. Just some different migratory insights. Could help. Could help. Be nice to be reborn at this point. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't like to. I don't like to be fickle. I don't like to make all these different proposals. I don't like it. You know. I once was a lot more consistent, but I don't know. The things they've done to me, I don't know. Sorry. This doesn't inspire confidence, I know. Sorry. Sorry. I'm a lot stronger than I let on. I really am. And I'm very resourceful and I know how to recover. I know what to do. I'm going to show you that. You know, I need to, I will be able to show you that. I need to stay alive.